If your coffee right here isn't enough to wake you up this morning, maybe this will be. Six Flags over Texas will soon open Tormenta, Rampaging Run. Sounds pretty scary, right? It is a coaster that's rewriting the record books. And this morning, our Jesus Martinez is live at the park. So are you actually going to ride this thing, Jesus?
Hey, I'm going to ride it later on, but first we're going to talk about the ride first of all. Here we have Pete with the Six Flags over Texas. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. I'm excited, nervous, scared, all the emotions, but the good emotions, right? So we're talking about 6 world records. What kind?
Well, this is Tormenta Rampaging Run here at Six Flags over Texas. We are the tallest dive coaster anywhere in the world, 309 feet tall, 87 miles an hour, and we have the tallest loops of any coaster of its kind anywhere. I
saw so many loops out there. I see a loop there, there, there. This thing is massive. Have you ridden it yet, and what's your favorite part?
I have. So I've had the privilege of riding this ride several times. It's one of my favorite rides I've ever been on. I think for me, my favorite part is being 309 feet in the air. You can see the entire Dallas-Fort Worth area up there, but we don't let you look at it for very long. We hang you over the edge for about 3 seconds before we drop you back down to the earth.
Those are going to be 3 long seconds, right?
Well, it can feel like that, yes, but they go by surprisingly fast, I suppose.
Oh man, talk about the dive coaster. What's a dive coaster?
So what it means is that we actually have a vertical drop that is beyond vertical at 95 degrees, and so you drop straight down to the earth before we flip you upside down 5 different times.
So not a good idea to eat before riding this, right?
Well, I would say that all of our guests, they enjoy the food, they enjoy everything here, but maybe best to do that after the coaster.
Afterwards. It is pretty loud and chaotic. A good chaotic because, you know, it's fun. It's an amusement park. Talk about the vision behind this. We're also in a new portion of Six Flags here in the Spain area.
Well, you're exactly right. Yeah. So the Spain area has been historically significant to our park since we opened in 1961, but we completely reimagined it as the Rancho de la Tormenta. The backstory here is that this is a Spanish village in which the inhabitants and the villagers that you see all over around the area all revere their hero, Tormenta the Bull.
And then this ride opens tomorrow. How excited are you guys?
Oh, we couldn't be more excited. We have been working diligently on this project for several years, and it is a transformational, once-in-a-generation type of attraction. We can't wait for our guests to ride it.
What's one thing you don't expect riders will experience once they go on this ride?
You know, I think they're going to be amazed at how smooth and fun and re-rideable this attraction is. It's tall, it's intense, it's amazing, and as soon as you get off, you want to jump back in line and get on it again.
So talk about the, you know, all the aspects on it here. You talked about all the loops. There's the 3-second wait up there. What makes that 3 seconds so exciting?
Well, it's just the sheer size of how high up off the ground you are. You can see the entire area, the entire state, it feels like, while you're up there. And then as you come diving back down, we actually have several intertwining moments within the track where it looks like you're going to fly right past. You know, creates what they call a little bit of a head chopper moment, but of course that's just an optical illusion.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to lie. You know, I was ready. You know, I'm like, hey, I'm excited. We're going to do this. We pulled up. We're like, it's a little tall. It can be seen, you know, a little scary, but it's not, right?
No doubt. I would say that it's scary at first once you're top, but once you're riding, it's the most exhilarating coaster you'll ever be on.
Well, I'm lucky enough to ride it twice. So we'll see how it goes the second time around. Pete, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Of course, Dana, I got to convince you to come out here. If I'm scared, you're scared, we're all scared, but we're going to have fun together at the end.
All right, Jesus, teenage Dana probably would have said yes to that, but I like what he said. The definition of a good coaster is when you want to go back for more and more and more. That is always so much fun.
Exactly.
All right, I can't wait to hear about it. Thank you, Jesus. Your version of it. All right, let's get on over to weather now.